What is the crack, ladies and gentlemen? It's Gibboeire here with another episode of World of Warcraft Chronicles. How y'all doing? We're done. Done with the grindy quests. They're done. It's done at last. um. So yeah, I decided to do the Gortusk livers off camera because on my way back I killed one and another and then another, and I realised I'd killed 3 of them in a row and I hadn't got a single liver. So I said to myself, probably has a low drop rate. Turns out it did. Probably spent the guts of an hour just running around killing Gortusks. Just prior to picking up that last liver there, that's when I started recording, was just as I was picking them up. You can still see it down there in the bottom left. My mic on? Always have to check that now. Always have to check that. No. Whatchamacallit? That just totally destroyed my train of thought there. Yeah, no, I turned on recording there. I just killed a vulture as well, and I got the third stringy vulture meat that we needed. So we have that done as well. So I can hand in a load of quests here. And we get some bits. Nope.
Greetings.
Tell me you don't have any loot. This is good. Pillagers and looters. Oh, ding-a-ling, by the way.
Well met.
And we have a quest.
Be careful.
Oh, this is how we get into Lakeshire now.
Help you.
Somebody congratulated me. GG, thank you. I didn't lose any loot there. Oh, bugger. Right. Right, what we'll do is there's vendors and stuff over here. So we'll run over there and vend some crap if we have some. Which I do believe we do. That will open up some loot slots and sorted. Then we're going to fly our way into Stormwind and we are going to do some profession stuff. Alright. Yeah, I'm not really a gougey person. I don't know. It's not really been a thing I've ever... Wow, our gear was in a bad way. Yeah, I've never really... Oh yeah, I found a green leather bag on a mob. So, better item there. Yeah, it's good. We got an extra 2 loot slots, which were absolutely bloody massive. Don't get me wrong there now. Okay. So, the plan is we are going to do profession-y stuff and actually catch up on a lot of that. And do a lot of the kind of rudimentary things that you need to keep your character going and all that type of crack and keep our skills up to par. We did a wee bit of cooking when we were up farming the knolls, I don't know how to pronounce that. Still unsure. And I did a bit of leather working as I went along. I did the light leathers and that up to the max, and then I think I made a couple of light armor kits just to use up some of the leather that we had. So that way I wasn't just dropping it and deleting it. My camera going out of focus there? Ugh. Okay, let's give him the Nolpal. The Nolpal. The Nolpal. Are you a vendor? You are a quartermaster. What have you got, Mr. Quartermaster?
I supply only the finest goods.
You've got junk, is what you've got. Finest goods, my eye. You do have... Oh, we do need throwing knives. What does more? The weighted throwing axe or the balanced throwing dagger? I'm feeling the daggers. Yeah. I remember ammunition counts. That's cool.
See you later.
So we can throw again, so we can pull mobs that way. Which is nice to have. Definitely nice to have in a game which is, you know, heavily focused on farming and all that type of crack. Other quests we can hand in. Swift message thing. He wants me to fly there. Scout Gillian. Where's Scout? No. There he is. We found him. Sorted. So we'll get this handed off. What do I get? I'm going to take the agility cloak.
Light bless you.
Tell me it looks cool. There is nothing better than getting a decent looking cloak. That is the... Look at how intimidating that is. It's nice. Just to like the back... It's like a scarf. It's like a really, really long scarf. But it has given us 2 agility, which is A-okay in my books. We are in the inn. And I'm going to get rid of Bad's cloak.
Need help?
Innkeeper, let me browse your goods. Sell this for 130.
Farewell.
Good, yeah. I am not German. Why am I speaking like this? What trade supplies do you have? Anyone have a dagger or a sword? For the right price. Right. Let's jump out here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually head north because I need to go to Saldine's farm to hand in some of these quests, which will involve me getting rid of some of the loot in my pockets because we are carrying way too much stuff. How much gold do I have? I can't see. I have to open it in that order to see. Nearly have our first gold on this character. We've got a fair few greens that we'll probably be able to sell on the auction house. You get people that, like, when they're leveling, like, there's no heirloom gear in this version of the game, so you get people that buy these items so that way they can stick them straight onto a new character when they make them, so they get, like, a slight advantage to their leveling. It's not that they're getting it. Oh, I'm running the wrong way altogether. I'm an idiot. Oh, these are big. Do-do-ba-do-boo-boo-doo-boo. I'm not here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And we will numkey back in the other way. I'm gonna pop this because I'm lazy and I need to make up for the fact that I've run the wrong direction. Anyway. Yeah, so like, people like that tend to buy these items and then they use them for giving themselves a little bit of an advantage when leveling. And again, it's not really an advantage, but it's just that, like, this game scales really hard. Like, it's not like vanilla now at the moment where the quest loot is, like, kind of... That's if you even take the quest loot, because your character is probably totally heirloomed at this point. But in vanilla, the quest loot kind of fell behind the area that you'd be in fairly rapidly. And it's not that it falls behind, but that it's not really tailored to your class. Like, quests have set loot, and they'll always have that sweat loot. And it's the same in retail to an extent. But nowadays, retail, like, when you do a quest, you get an item for your class and all that type of crack. And I don't know if that's still true of early levels up. I think that is still divided. But, like, the gear is a lot more weighted towards making it easier for you to level. Whereas in this version of the game, it was just kind of, yeah, maybe you get lucky and you might get a drop, like a green or something like that, the odd time off a global mob or anything like that. But really, for a long old while, up until you hit cap, and even when you hit cap, you spend so long getting gear on your dude. But that's what was another appealing part of this game as well, because when suddenly you got an item of gear that was actually good for you, it made such a massive difference, because your stats would just improve dramatically, and then suddenly you were actually not terrible at the game. We need Okra.
See you around.
Those pies may be good. I'm gonna put that there. Where's that recipe? What do you need? Gorgeous glitter and mild spices. Nice. Nice. Okay, we'll run out of there. And well, can I skin it? I can skin it. Skin anything and everything, because we're gonna need it all now in a minute. Do. So we still haven't done the Watcher's quest or anything like that, but I reckon now that we have that extra level, and once I go get my new abilities, we'll probably get a massive improvement on our damage. So it'll probably be significantly easier to actually do that. Because at the moment, we're kind of struggling with mobs in this area, because we're a class that doesn't heal. Like, it's great as a shaman, paladin, druid, or a priest. Well, not so much the priest, because of the fact that you're a clothy. You're a bit more squishy, but any of those other classes, you're so tanky, and you can heal yourself, and it just makes it so easy to actually level. Doesn't make it easy, but easier. Rogues had the advantage that we can explode things, basically. Like, if you pull a single mob and focus it, you can absolutely nuke it down in a couple of seconds. But being a melee class, you have to go in close to them, and typically that involves you getting close to other mobs. So what happens is, as a melee, non-healing, one-trick pony, blow one mob up and then you're done once you run out of energy character, what tends to happen then is if you pull multiple mobs, you can blow one of them up, or you get stunned a lot and then you're screwed. And you blow one up and then you're running because you can't do anything else about the other mobs. So as a melee class, and this mainly applies to warriors and rogues, I don't really think anybody else would struggle so much with this. Paladins to an extent, but they can heal. Do you know what I mean? So take this to
Have a good one.
Yeah. And then we fly to Stormwind. 99 of my coppers. You jerks. Making me do a quest and they're making me pay to fly. So I'm actually paying gold to do their quest and do their delivery for them. Surely he should have paid me for the journey? Maybe? It's official Alliance business. There's no thing for that. Like, allowance. I'm getting onto the Union. Small hand blade. What? It's actually good. For a level 6 item. It's better than that knife. Well, it's better than the long bayonet. Wow. Blade of Cunning. Although I have to say, I do like the look of the Blade of Cunning. It is a nice looking model. I love the look of like items and stuff like that back in this version of the game as well. I always found that they were, I don't know, I just think they look better. I really liked, am I zoomed in? Wow, that's so big. I really liked the Burning Crusade item models as well. Like armor and stuff like that look really cool on the Burning Crusade. And what was it? What else? Not so much Wrath. Some of the Wrath gear look good. Some of it I think just look kind of crappy. But I like that whole north in the snow kind of wilderness type thing. Like you'll see me playing the Long Dark and stuff like that. And I love snow. I'm a cold climate person. I like the warmth. Let's just be abundantly clear about this. I love hot sunny days. I love lying out in the sun as much as the next guy. When I'm not getting sunburnt, of course, which is, I think it's, I'm looking at you, but down here. And I think it's actually mainly gone. Yeah, you can't see like the line anymore. No, you can't. Here is still a bit red, but yeah. But sunburn is more or less gone now at this stage, so I'm not afraid to go back outside. But yeah, no, I love the sun as much as another guy, but where am I heading here? What am I doing? Phew. Old Town. Limited immunity. Old Town is to the right, which is where we're heading anyway. Yeah, I love the sun as much as the next. I've said this 3 times now, and then I keep getting cut off. But I prefer colder climates. Like, I prefer winter to summer. Don't get me wrong, I like the time off in the summer and stuff like that. I like the easy going, you go out exploring, adventures, all that type of crack, which we do in winter anyway. But I prefer winter for the temperatures and the climate, and I like rain, I like the snow. I know, I'm not a dreary person or like that. Like, I love the rain, sit in the cold all day. But I know, I prefer colder temperatures, I don't know why, I just always have. It's just my thing. Like, if given a choice, if I could move to, let's say, well, I'd love to move to Iceland for a start. That place is, that's awesome. I love that place. I've been once, and it is an amazing, amazing country. Such beautiful countryside. But if I had a choice to move somewhere like, we'll say, Scandinavia in general, cooler, not necessarily during the summer, but cooler in general. Or let's say America, like kind of like Florida or something like that, or anywhere in America really, because like a lot of no, well actually yeah, some of the states are quite cold, but like somewhere like Florida or California or around like that, or maybe like even the likes of Mexico and stuff, like in terms of temperature, not necessarily living circumstances, or Spain. Why did I think of Spain? Would pick Scandinavia over that because, well, it'd be easier for me to get home if I needed it. But
Can I help you?
would prefer the cold. Would absolutely prefer the cold. Don't know why. Just always been that way. So now we need to go back to the Griffin and then we fly back. Okay, sweet. Right, let's go looking for some more stuff today. What are you looking at? Nicola.
Can I help you?
Nikova. Nikova Rascal. She's a communist spy. This bud has like a million things he's getting. He's the same level as us. Oh my god, level buddies! We're gonna wave. Little lag there between me waving. Oh, so we have exposed armor, which I'm probably never going to use. Garrett. Backstab! Kick. Oh, kick. Awesome. Jesus, just do everything. Parry. Eh. Now, oh, that's a passive, I think. I don't think I have to worry about that. Okay, no, nothing there. No pick locks. No poisons yet. Eviscerate. When am I getting this? Level 16. When do I get my first poison? 20. That blows, man. No, I think I'm gonna get it before then. Yeah, no, I reckon I'll get it before then. There might be like a rogue quest.
See you around.
This is intriguing. I'm gonna run in and just see if he has any quests for me. Because like the sooner I can get my poisons on, the better. If I want to see character levels, because of where I had the camera placed, and because I just can't shrink it any smaller than it is in this with the software that I'm using. I just have it stuffed down there in the bottom left corner. But, what was I saying there? No, they don't have quests for me yet. I'm wondering how they're going to tell me. Should go to the auction house to see if I get Okra. That's an idea. That is an idea. Skinning. Yeah, so I should put moves. So, I'm probably not really ever going to use it, so I'm going to stick it up here in the corner on the off chance that I do. Now this is the... Increased by your attack must be stealthed. So this puts a bleed on, which is probably what we're going to use 9 times out of 10. At least for the time being. And our Sinister Strike has already leveled up. Yeah, no, okay. That was explained to me by somebody in the comments, by the way. Somebody was like, the reason that you varies different rankings for some spells and not others. So for like caster spells, the reason you get that is because casters, typically healers, may want the cheaper / less effective version of the spell for mana efficiency reasons. Which makes sense actually now that I think of it. And what was getting me confused is, well, if you can do that with that, why haven't you got that same carry on with the rogue? And I get it now, because when you think about it, you have the same energy cost for Sinister Strike rank 1 and rank 3. But rank 3 does more damage, and there's no circumstance, in conceivable circumstance anyway, that you would want your Sinister Strike to do less damage for the same amount of energy. So that's why it doesn't even give you the choice, it's just automatic. And I get that, actually, no, that makes absolute sense. So there's some things that, while they may be kind of like, why is that like that and not like that for this, in the game, there's some things that appear confusing in that sense, but they're actually, in reality, they make total sense once you apply a bit of thought to them.
Need help?
How are you?
That's a cool looking shield. That's a really cool looking sword. We should kill him and take it. This isn't the auction house anymore. It's around the other side. There we go. That's it. Used to the retail version. I'm of two minds whether or not I'm going to go back and play it. I am looking forward to the movie coming out. There's a butt. I am looking forward to the movie coming out. I'm definitely going to go see that. And oh, that wolf is so loud in my ear. We want Okra. 2 of them. Yeah, nailed it. Boom. Quest done. That's what we want. Okay. Now, I need to have a look at some items and see if I can get rid of some of this junk. Right. So, like, this, I can see... So, yeah. I don't know, I reckon I'll just make them and just kind of wing it. I'm not going to check the prices. I'm going to be lazy. No, I've done that wrong. And we'll do this as 49.99. It's all about them 99s. Gotta make it look cheaper than it actually is. You know, again, I'm not looking at any of this stuff. I'm just gonna absolutely wing it. That's good. 24 hours. Sweet. Okay, hopefully some of this gear sells. This probably won't. $4.99. I don't really see this being something that somebody would buy. But then we'll make that 3, and then we'll make this 4.99. Oh, oh, you're an idiot, Sean. Okay, we go 99. It's 24 hours. Excellent. This... Jesus, if that sells for anything, I'd be impressed. $7.99. No, no. $7.99. $7.77. No, we want to go 99. For some reason, I remembered when I was in business class and they were talking about kind of like pricing and stuff like that. And I remember, of course, that came up in conversation. It was just, well, as part of the lesson. It's like, why do people price things like $4.99? Why not just say it's a fiver? Because it is. It's quintessentially, it's a £5 item that you're trying to purchase. Yeah. Stats aren't actually nice enough on that, so we'll go another $49.99. And that needs to be, we'll make that 46 to make it look kind of cheap. $49.99. These are all quite affordable. Like, if somebody was doing an alt and wanted one of these items, they could afford it, and it's not really a big deal. a lot of these are just materials. These, oh, we'll go 39.99, but we actually want this to be 36.39.99, and we'll whack that up. If we sell any of these, it'll be good for us. This I don't see selling at all because spirit at that level ain't really an issue. 5.99. What you may get is somebody buying it to disenchant it, which would be awesome. Excellent. What was I talking about? Yeah, business class, and about the way pricing works and all that type of stuff. Now, you can actually trick people into saying, oh, that looks so cheap, I should buy that. Because it's $9.99. Look at that butt. Look at that butt. Look at that gnome. Look at that gnome. Look at the character model for the fountain. Look at that. It's just so bad. Their face is such a letdown. That's yeah. It's amazing how games come on over time. If you've watched any of my Doom series, I actually, when you find the secret levels, the level 1 levels, I'm actually thinking about doing a Let's Play through of the original Doom after I finish Doom 3. I remember playing that, and I could see that it was available for purchase. Available for purchase on Steam. So I'm definitely thinking about hitting that up. Oh, of course, I stood in the fire. Okay, we can roast a lot of boar meat, so while I'm talking about potentially doing a Let's Play through Doom, we'll just do that at the moment and get our cooking up to par. Okay, so yeah, I saw it was for sale on Doom, so, or on Steam. So, nostalgia buzz. I may go back and actually play that. Indigestion. I went out in the beer last night, by the way, again, if I seem a bit tame. Went out with a couple of friends of mine, we went to some nightclub. We actually went to, there's a place we go to, it's called, oh Christ, what's its name? Odessa? I don't know what the name of it is. It's a nice enough club, like, it is. It's lovely. It feels like you're walking into somebody's house, though, because when you go in, it's like carpeted stairs and all this stuff, and you go up a couple of flights, like, and look, it's like you're going up to somebody's, like, landing or something, like the second floor of their house. And there's all these signs up, and they're always up, so I don't know if it's actually a thing, but there's always these signs saying private event upstairs, or group invite only upstairs, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, and every time we've gone there, they've been up, and I mean, I've been there now about 3 or 4 times at this stage. Me and my friends just tend to kind of just walk by all of this crap, and just go straight up, and just sit down in what supposedly is meant to be this private function. And we just sit there and start drinking and say nothing, and nobody says anything, and nobody even notices, and we just blend in. So, last night we done that anyway, that's how we got on to talk about this. And the story that we had, just in case, because suddenly we kind of realised we'd done this a few times, and then we kind of looked around and kind of went, no, I think this actually is a genuine, like, kind of, this is like somebody's function, like, what are we going to say if somebody says that to us? So my plan was, oh, I'm the third cousin of Auntie Betty. Do you know Auntie Betty? She's my favourite auntie. And then that was going to be our get out of jail free card if somebody was to ask.
Open for business.
Which would be kind of hilarious if they turned around and said, oh, Auntie Betty! I love Auntie Betty! Or, this is actually Auntie Betty's funeral. And then you'd be like, oh, this is awkward. And then we were thinking, like, maybe this is actually like a work night out for something. So who are you? Oh, I'm Dave from IT. We're a textile company. Oh, how are you? Yeah, oh, awkward. But we went to that, and then where did we go next? We went to some kind of underground Japanese nightclub, and which is exactly what you think it is. It's an underground Japanese nightclub. Now, I don't mean Japanese as in kind of like cartoons and manga and all that crack, like it's none of that anime stuff. But wait, manga's like the porn, isn't it? Nice. But none of that. Like, I mean more culturally Japanese, as in kind of think, what's this tooltip? Oh, rested. Great. We've not gotten that already. What? Why? But I mean more kind of like traditional Japanese would be the way I would describe it. Yeah, a traditional Japanese nightclub. No, but like, it gives off that kind of, where am I going? I'm looking for the leatherworkers. There we go. It gives off that vibe of it being kind of like rustic and country-ish, if you get me. But it's a cool little spot, and they have like Japanese beer there and stuff like that. Kira and Ichiban or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Maybe if I have a receipt in my jeans. Where are my jeans? Ugh. That's how rough I am, by the way. The jeans were just thrown on the floor there, by the way. Do I have any receipts? That's it. The night after you go out, you know, you root through your pockets for receipts. No, I just left them at the bar. No, screw it. Whatever. But, oh, God. Can't think of the name of it, but it's a really nice beer. Would definitely recommend. Okay. Leather working time.
Hey there.
Can I do anything with you? I can. Lovely. Right.
Farewell.
So what we'll do is we'll make we'll make light armor kits until they're no use to us, because that only takes up 1 light leather at a time. So in my mind, that's basically maxing out. Okay, now, whoa. We've already gone light green. That is unfortunate. Now I could continue doing it,
To you.
like at the light
Hey there.
green there, but there's a likelihood or a chance that you may not get.
For the Alliance.
I think we actually have to.
What can I do for you?
Unless he's got. Oh no, yeah, no, he's got some stuff for us. I think it's a bit silly that they split it between the two, if you know what I mean. Like it's unnecessarily. These take 2. 8. That does give you a stamina. 6, 4, 2, and 3. Oh wait, we can just cure that, which makes much more sense. So salt.
Need help?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create those. That'll get us up to the 50, which makes us a journeyman. So then we can buy the journeyman off the next dude. Probably get all the other recipes. And then we'll see where we're going from there. Oh, stretch. How are we doing for time? 25 minutes. So we've handed in a lot of quests today. We've basically finished all of our quests in Westfall for the time being. When we go back, obviously there'll be more, but that's the guts of everything for the time being. I can make 3 of these. Right, I'm going to make the 3 of these now, just while I'm here, before I go over and buy them, because I want to have more leather, light leather, freed up for myself. And we get rid of those scraps. Okay. Dunsky? Dunsky. A little bit of lag coming on. I'm going to rub my nose. Okay, we'll run back over to this dude, and we should be able to do pretty much everything. Or not.
Greetings.
So we'll get our journeyman anyway.
See you later.
Excellent. Right. Yeah. Get leather working. You a rogue? You are. Level 28. Cool. 2 and 1. Seems like the most affordable way. So we'll do what? 5.
I buy and trade.
So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll create 5 of these. So basically, you're trying to stretch the leather as far as you can. And by that, I mean, punny. You're trying to make it give you as many skill level ups. Does that make sense? Skill level ups. Increase your leatherworking skill as much as possible without wasting any. If you understand my meaning. We need to buy 1 more, because we didn't get a level up on that last one. And then what we want is we want it to be this color, the orange, because that means it's you're definitely getting a skill level up. Whereas the yellow, I think there's a chance it may not go up. So now we should be able to do everything this guy has here, with the exception of 1, of course. Now we go back here, and we'll have a quick go at what we can do. 3 and 2 might be our best bet there. I think it is.
Looking for something specific?
Unless, wait, where's the ammo pouches? They take 4 and 2. I'd rather spend the money on it, the coarse thread, if I'm honest. You can buy that, you know what I mean? Like, whereas with the leather, it's a finite resource. We're gonna have to go harvest more, which will take longer. Okay. Those boar ribs, they're for a recipe in Ironforge, I think. Beer-based boar ribs. The more I think of it now, actually, that starts to ring bells. I just realized I need to clear this stuff out of my inventory before it starts filling it up. Oh god, the indigestion is real. Anyway, lots of beer was consumed. Absolutely loving my week off. Buy that. Get rid of this. Stick you there. Looks good. Okay. And we'll just keep tipping on. Oh no, we've stopped.
Safe travel.
Right, every 5 I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go over and just check whether or not I can learn something.
Hey there.
And my reasoning being is because there may be a more efficient recipe that we could be using, which would make more sense. 5 and 2. This is still
Help you
orange,
find
so we're gonna
something?
keep it up with this. I'm gonna buy another 10. It was 10. Nailed it. Boom. Okay. So we'll keep going on with this. I'll wrap up the video soon once I get through this leather work, and I'm not going to stop recording. I'll be uploading this straight away. I did a bit of editing. I'm practicing like editing and stuff like that. Now again, it's with Windows Movie Maker, so it's nothing terribly fancy or anything like that, but it's just practice for me. What I'm finding is that as I'm progressing along with this YouTube carry on, this business, I don't mean it as a business, I mean like it's just the whole situation itself. As I'm doing it more and more, I'm getting more and more confident with things like editing and kind of recording and like knowledge regarding it and stuff like that. Like it doesn't mean I'm in any way, shape or form particularly good at it, or like that I'm better at it than anyone else, or that I know more about it than anyone else. But what I'm finding is I'm definitely becoming more competent with it, and troubleshooting problems as well as I go along. And what I've done is I've kind of set myself like mini goals,
You need something?
as in projects that need to be
Have a good
achieved. So like when I first started, of course the obvious first project was to actually get
Hello.
something to record, and see how it actually works, you know what I mean, like, and how all that stuff works and whether or not I actually could. And sure, we've gone through that now with flying colours now at this stage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, 12 it is. So no, we'll only create the 5. Yeah, no, let's move. I hit the wrong thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Create. Right. Yeah, like every time I do something on the channel, like I set myself a wee little goal. So one of my first goals was to have recording software that works. So XSplit was what I ended up going with. Getting a face cam was another one. Having the watermark down in the bottom left corner, that was another thing as well, which involved me upgrading my XSplit, and that led me to learning a lot about recording and resolutions and all that crack. And then another thing was getting HD resolution, which is something we've done then as well. And then the face cam down at the bottom right corner. Again, purchasing the face cam and actually working out how to put it in a place, which is still an ongoing process. That was something else. Then artwork for the channel. I managed to get artwork done for the channel, which was pretty sweet. Cost me an external hard drive, but got it done. And I had it lying around, so it worked out for me. So that was another thing that I ended up getting done as well. I'm really happy with the artwork, by the way. If you haven't seen it, the banner that's like on the top of the channel, I think it's really cool. I think it's really, really, really cool. It gives me a giggle. It's like a 40k orc, a zergling, a Minecraft Enderman, and a Minecraft zombie, and I just think it looks awesome. It's me all
See you
over.
around.
I'm very
What can I
happy
do
with
for
it.
you?
Absolutely very happy with it. Let's see what we can do with these light brazers. But anyway, like I was
Can I
saying,
help you?
I try and set myself goals. So my next goal will be things like thumbnails now, or my next project that I want to work on. So you know when you look up a video and you see, like the first picture you see when you look at my videos, typically you're going to see a scene cut out from the gameplay itself of whatever I'm actually doing. And sometimes you're able to select a fairly decent one, and sometimes you can't. It's kind of RNG. Okay, we're gonna keep going with these, so I'll make another 5. We'll go up to the 75, and then we see what we can get out of it. But yeah, like sometimes the thumbnail isn't the Mae West look, and so what I've been thinking about now is, because the person that did the artwork for my banner is, I've actually done her a solid there. I saved her laptop. She spilled a soda on it, and I did the whole rice and the towel and into the dry press. Brought it back to life 2 days later. Just saying, I'm kind of a genius. But she is working on artwork sprites for me now at the moment. So kind of like the cartoons that we have, like kind of on the banner and stuff like that, so I can stick them into thumbnails, which is something I'm gonna have to learn about because I have absolutely no idea how to use that. Like I've never used like Photoshop or anything like that. So this is all new to me.
Can I help you?
That's going to be my next project that I'm going to have to do. And like it's kind of intimidating. Like it's a bit kind of like, oh, am I going to do this right, or do I have a clue what I'm doing, or like how do I do this? And it kind of is a bit kind of freaky in that sense. But then like at the same time, like what's the worst that can happen? I can do it wrong. Like meh, start again. So it's fun in that sense. Like it's challenging, and it's a lovely project to work on. It is really cool. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. And it's nice to get to chat to ye lot as well about video games and stuff like that. Like, It's kind of awesome. Doing YouTube stuff is cool. It is quite cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll go up another 5 here. This video is pushing 35 minutes now, so I don't want it to go on too much longer. So we'll run out of leather here soon, and then I'll wrap it up there. We have to do our first aid as well, but I don't think I'll do that with you guys, because it's basically just me making bandages and then just upgrading the bandage and then making more bandages, and it's just the linen cloth at the moment. Maybe when we get wool, I might do it then. I should probably try and go to the gym at some stage today. What time is it? It's 5:10. I'm not going to the gym today. Oh god, Edinburgh was not gentle on my body. There's so many hills. I wore like Adidas Sambas, which aren't really walking shoes for any of you that may own a pair or know what they are. Okay. So we will get one more out of this, and then we've run out of leather, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. This is good. We've used up a lot of these resources. They've been put to good use, which is always good. Now, I think that's... I heard the sound of something being made, and I was like, I'm pretty certain that I don't have any resources left. How's my guy making stuff? Okay. That's all of our leather used up. So, there you go. We've done a bit of work on our professions. We've done a bit of work on our skills. I reckon the next bet now would be to go to the trainers, which are probably up by... Actually, I don't know. I think the trainer may be outside of Stormwind here for some reason. I have that in my head. They'd either be up here into the right or private ally.
And trade.
How do you... Oh, these are from PvP.
You need something?
No. We need a guard to point me in the direction. I don't know where the weapons master is in Stormwind. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna head up to the weapons master and I'm gonna get that stuff done. Do I pause it or do I bring you along for the adventure with me trying to find it here? I know there's an inn there behind me. I reckon it's up by the dude. I'm gonna pop a sprint, and when we get up there, we'll pop into... is it Varian? Is he actually infinite? I remember him not being in the castle. Don't ask me why. Why can't these guards tell me anything?
Light be with you.
You're jerks. Just because you're elite level 60s and you think you're above telling lowly little me how to find the weapons master? Stormwind Castle's kind of cool. House of Nobles, House of Nobles.
How are you?
Your name sounds familiar. The high elf models are so bad. They are so weak, man. That's what I liked about TBC was the blood elves, and the blood elf model looked nice. It was good. Again, I still think TBC was the pinnacle of this game, but I like vanilla too. Oh yeah, Varian here. It's Anduin. Anduin. Now, if we got a weapons master bouncing around. Bolvar.
Greetings, citizen.
Oh no, you're... spoilers. Yeah. Oh, crap. That blows. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to float around here for too long. I was kind of hoping one of these guards could tell me. No, bugger it. I'm going to call it here anyway, so I'll wrap this up now. So it's been Gibboeire, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching this video. If you're enjoying these videos, consider leaving a like down below and possibly consider subscribing to the channel to make it easier for you to come back and watch the videos in future. If you have any things that you want to say to me down in the comments section below, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I do bear in mind that I sometimes miss them. I'm not ignoring people. I try to reply to absolutely everyone, but I tend to... I get the comments, they come up on my phone and stuff like that. And I tend to look at them and go, oh, cool, a comment. I should reply to that when I get home. And then I get home, and then sometimes they don't load in Google. And what I've found is that the way it loads comments, like, sometimes it's really on point. Like, sometimes it... here we go. Major. Oh, the Major is lagging.
Good day to you.
No, he's not. Why is that a thing? Why can you talk to him like that and then he doesn't tell you anything? Oh, that's ridiculous. It's probably something for a quest. I know that, but whatever. Is that Jaina, by the way? No. Lady Katrana Prester. Sup?
Light be
Who are
with
you? Oh, she glares at me.
Safe travels.
Well, you're a jerk. Right. I'm gonna leave it there anyway. If you have anything you want to say, down in the comment section below, I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Have a good weekend. Take her handy. Bye bye!